Hello and welcome back to the Unboxers, and today we have for you a figure from
Batman, the animated series.
Yes. So, this is by McFarlane Toys.
Yes.
And it looks like he's part of a collect-to-build series as well. He does come with the collect-to-build arms of the figure.
Of the Condiment King.
Yes, that's funny. He has 2 extra sets of hands. Looks like a batarang. Maybe is that 3X? I can't tell what those other 2 things are. Like some kind of weapon, maybe.
That's the bat grapple, and I think that's his hand holding
the bat grapple. Yes, I see that now. Awesome. So let's turn it around on the back.
Yeah, this is cool because this was such a great show, and to be able to have, well done figures of it is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So it looks like there's 3 other figures you would need to build the Condiment King.
Yes, and stay tuned.
Because ketchup and mustard.
We do have those figures.
Well, I did not know this. Now, news to me. Collect them all, it says, and there they are at the bottom. And so it's going to be
Scarecrow, Batman, Robin, and Mr. Freeze.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we had Scarecrow. All right, let's go ahead and get Batman out of this box and give you a much closer look. We'll be right back. All right, so here's
Batman from the animated series.
All right, let's take a look at this. This makes me think of toothpaste. I don't know. Maybe it's just Aquafresh or something like that. But anyway, the color that he is. So he's got some green, white, and these are the Build-A-Figure hands. So go that way. But he's got, that one looks like a gripping hand, and this one too has the finger like that. So he's like, ta-da. Was that thing, hook fingers? Anyway, all right, moving right along. Let's take a look at the extra hand sculpts. Wow, there's quite a few. They all look like they're, okay, here's the one that's holding the
bat grapple.
Yes, it is. Like it's releasing it, right? Oh, no, like he's coming up like that.
Yeah.
And then we have the solid fist. Oh, this card is the solid fist. And then we have like a holding onto the rope hand. That's what that looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if this is the same thing. Similar, but there's no, it's not open. His hand is not open. You wouldn't be able to fit anything in there. And then this is another closed fist. As well as, here's the
bat grapple.
Yes. And then here's
the batarang.
Yeah, very cool. So he should be able to hold on to those, and then the other one will look like he's actually holding on to it because it's molded into it. Let's go ahead and take a look also. I'm going to slide those to the side at the collector card. I usually take a look at that first. So there he is on the front, and there's the logo. So familiar with that particular Batman logo. And then there's the back, there's the data file. So let's see, I guess it's just basically the story of Bruce Wayne anyway on the back. But really cool to have that as a collector card, a little animated face in there. So very nice. All right, we'll set that to the side, and now we'll take a look at the figure. So he looks really neat. I love these figures that they make from the animated series because they make all these extra lines and colors, like purple lines on the black. You see it right there. And then like black lines on the gray to give it that dimension and that animated look. Oh, his cape is purple underneath. And then black here. And it is, it's like it's a thicker fabric, but yet, it's going to have all that give to it, so it's not going to get in his way. But his cowl is kind of attached to the cape, and to his head sculpt. It is rubbery, but it does have the purple lines in there that look cool. There's the logo, and there's this facial sculpt. He also has those little bit of, darker lines on this shading on this side of his face that adds to the animated look. Look, his serious lips right there. He does have the open hands in both, and then there's his belt with the shading on that as well, and then the boots, which are black. Oh, he's got very pointed toes.
Yeah.
And they have the purple lines in it as well to add to it. And then there's a little bit of purple up here in the black that adds to that animated look. So when you see it, close up, it's great. But even from a distance, it's really cool. Really gives it that animated look, like you just stepped right out of the comic or right off the show, right?
Yep.
All right, your turn to show off his articulation.
All right, so he's going to have articulation at the neck, so he can look from side to side. He can look up and look down to a certain extent. He has articulation at the shoulders, and they will extend as well as rotate. He has a single elbow joint. I think they're considering that single, but it will rotate as well as extending. What you may not notice is he actually has like a the whole wrist will turn. So he has articulation at, here as well as the wrists, and the wrist will bend as well as twisting. He has 2 points in the torso, one at the waist, and then the ab crunch here, so it will allow him to crunch forward and rear back. He has articulation at the hips, the double knees, the thighs are the same way. It will turn as well, and then also the ankles will pivot and roll. So very cool. It'll be interesting to see how he poses, since this is a new style figure. But awesome to add the animated version of Batman to our McFarlane collection.
All right, so there's one last look at
Batman from the animated series.
He looks super cool. So thank you so much for watching. As always, come back and see us, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.